everyone, Caffeine Man here. Today we're going over Lucky Energy Drink. If you've been a fan of the channel for a while, you're going to be like, wow, Caffeine Man's going over Lucky Energy. Why is he doing that? Because he is an energy drink snob. We'll talk more about that coming right up. Hello again, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. And in today's video, we're going to be going over only two of the Lucky Energy drinks. And why did I say that in the opening? And it is because if you check out this video right here, I go through the details as to why I am an energy drink snob, which basically means I don't try any of the smaller independent companies, mostly because I don't have time to with all the new drinks coming out from the big companies and lots of other reasons. I got sick and tired of talking about it in my comments and people DMing me, so I can typically just point to that video right there for all the reasons why I don't do smaller independent companies. But that being the case, some of these smaller independent companies actually prove themselves to the rest of the world and prove to me that, listen, we're not some small independent company. We're actually pretty good. We are getting our names out there. We are selling because the people that like our drinks continue to buy them. And I actually did that video right there on A-Bomb Energy. It proved me wrong that even though they were a small company, didn't mean they can't make good drinks, because a lot of the smaller independent companies do make somewhat generic tasting drinks, and it just annoys me that people fall for it. But this company, A-Bomb Energy, did an amazing job with their drinks, so definitely check out that video if you are skeptical about trying them. And this drink right here, listen, when you have good marketing, sometimes you get in early someplace and you get your name out there. Lucky Energy started off as a different name company. I'll put the can right there for you. And I didn't research why they changed the name, because obviously maybe people still call it that, but they changed the logo to this, and I think that is because they wanted it to sell a little bit better than it was. It was already selling really well. They got their name out there and they said, well, maybe to get into stores we need to modify the name. Now Cocaine Energy never did that. Cocaine Energy got like a lawsuit, had to be pulled out of stores for like a year, and then didn't even get into stores anymore. They just used their online presence to continue to sell. And every time I review a Cocaine Energy product, people are like, they're still in business. Yes, they are still in business. They just never got into stores because of their name. And there's companies like this right here that I probably shouldn't even put it up in my video. But yes, that is a drink that is out, and it's in some stores, but most stores won't carry it. You can only find it online. So Lucky Energy went the way of changing over to this logo here. And like I said, how did they even get popular? They were one of the first ones to get in on the shopping for TikTok. This happened for two companies that I know of, that they started showing up in my TikTok like crazy, and that happened with Rise. Rise actually was on TikTok everywhere, giving out their drinks to people to try, or just telling people, please review our drinks or something. I don't know. It's a big enough company that they were doing well, but then once they got on TikTok, they started doing variety packs of all their flavors, because they only had like 12 at the time they started doing this. And to be able to get 12 different flavors of Rise to try it out for something like 10 bucks, it was cheaper than $1 a can, and they like included shipping. They wanted to get their drink out there, and then they just blew up from there. Same thing happened with Lucky Energy. Lucky Energy got onto a bunch of people's TikToks. People kept talking about it. They gave it away for a ridiculous price. People started trying it, and now it is everywhere. I do get the occasional comment, and more than the occasional comment, sometimes if I get lots and lots of comments about something, if it's not from the same person, I might consider doing the drink. I had a lot of requests for A-Bomb. Not to say if you keep requesting a small company that I'm going to do it. That is most likely not the case. But I was hearing a lot about Lucky. I've been hearing about them getting online in other places as well. And now that everyone has a company like Energy Drink City to go to get these independent flavors, it makes it so much easier for everyone to try it. If you don't know Energy Drink City, they are the top place to buy energy drinks. They have the most amount of energy drinks on the internet right now, because you might think GNC and Vitamin Shop have all the drinks, but no, GNC and Vitamin Shop are energy drink snobs just like Caffeine Man, and they only carry the big name companies. Energy Drink City carries all the big name brand companies as well as a bunch of independent companies, and you can mix and match. So you can get 4 of your big brand name company, you can get 4 of a new drink from your big brand company, and then you can get 4 other ones that you were thinking of trying from 4 other independent companies. Maybe grab yourself some A-Bomb, try a Popeye energy drink. Yeah, there's a Popeye energy drink out there. Energy Drink City has it. And who knows, maybe pick up some of these Luckies, maybe not. We're about to find out right now after you save 10% off using coupon code CaffeineMan at Energy Drink City, and let's taste out 2 of the Lucky energy drinks. First one we're gonna try out is the Tropical Thrill. And you can see right there, I was showing you that they still have that word in the background. They've just covered it up a lot more. So it's almost like trivia with your friends and be like, you know what this drink's called? And they're like, yeah, it's called Lucky. It's like, no, it's called this. And they're like, no, it's not. Like, yeah, no, if you look back there, you can actually see just enough of those letters to be able to know what it's about. And the reason why I am doing the Tropical Thrill and the Peach drink is because those are the 2 preferred Caffeine Man flavors out of the 8, 6, 7, 8 drinks that they have. They're expanding their line, so they must be selling. You won't keep coming up with new drinks if you're not selling well. So I figured, why not try the 2 best flavors, or the 2 preferred Caffeine Man flavors? If I don't like them, I don't need to try the rest of them. If I do like them, then I will actually get the rest of them from Energy Drink City and review them. Tropical Thrill, they got a picture on there of a purple pineapple, which is kind of weird, but I think they're just doing it for some AI graphics maybe. They have an orange on there and a cherry, so they got some of your tropical flavors in there. It is a sugar-free energy drink. It actually has 5 calories, which isn't much, only 2 grams of carbs. Oddly enough, no vitamins listed. They're giving you the old nutrition facts panel for most products, where they're giving you vitamin D, calcium, iron, and potassium. No energy drinks have that. What they should be listing on here is the B vitamins, and I don't see any B vitamins in here. It's interesting because there's only a couple of companies that don't put B vitamins in there, but there is part of the population, a small percentage, that actually can't have B vitamins, or they have too much B vitamins in their body, or B vitamins aren't good for them. It's a very small percentage. So they got no B vitamins in here. So to be considered an energy drink, you have to have one other ingredient that helps promote energy besides caffeine. Usually that ingredient is a B vitamin. So let's take a look what we have in here. They have beta-alanine to make it a pre-workout energy drink. Therefore, a lot of you need to be careful. I didn't know I had beta-alanine. A lot of you got to be careful of the beta tingles. Some people don't like that feeling. If you did get that feeling and were concerned why and didn't know when you tried this drink, is because beta-alanine can give you the beta tingles. It's not dangerous, but if you're not expecting it, it's pretty scary. I wouldn't know because I'm immune to beta-alanine. Lucky me. But just so you know, it's got maca root extract as well as Panax ginseng root extract, and it is actually the maca root extract that is known to help with energy and stamina. And when we talk about stamina, we mean different kinds of stamina, because it's also used to help increase a libido according to medical studies. Some evidence shows improved fertility as well as some mood elevation, and it sounds like this drink is called Lucky, and it might help get you lucky because of the maca root extract. They put a decent amount in there. It's right after the beta-alanine, so let's go ahead and let's just taste out this 16-ounce can that has 200 milligrams of natural caffeine. People have been loving their natural caffeine because it takes the body slightly longer to process, therefore you get a longer lasting energy out of it. Let's do the taste test, because basically all you guys care about is the caffeine and the flavor, and maybe some of you care about that maca root extract. The color is coming to you from beta carotene, so they are not using any artificial colors. Moment of truth for Lucky Energy. Let's go ahead, let's taste it out. Back in from the can. They got clean energy on the top there. Usually that means because they're giving you natural caffeine. Some companies also like to talk about clean energy by giving you a lighter kind of feel to it in addition to the natural caffeine. But for your carbonation, you're getting a medium to high carbonation, a little closer to medium. For your sweetness, I would say you're getting a medium to high sweetness, closing in on high. And for your flavor profile, I am also going to say that it is a medium to high flavor profile, closing in on high. And what's interesting about it that they are trying to give you a lot of flavor up front, or a decent amount of flavor, so you get this sort of a generic tropical flavor up front, which is a good tropical flavor, but it very, very quickly subsides and is taken in by this aftertaste of nothingness. It just goes away and almost tastes like it's a watered down flavor. Not to say that the whole drink tastes watered down. No, it gives you a nice solid burst of flavor, but I think a lot of us would like us to keep that flavor or be complemented by a secondary flavor, or even when you drink it, taste it and then slowly subside. But it doesn't slowly subside. You just get this flavor. You're like, ooh, this is actually pretty, where to go. Where that flavor go. And it makes you kind of almost want to drink it again so that you keep getting that good flavor. But then you're just kind of left with this watered down flavor that lingers a little bit. It's almost like it quickly goes from having a full glass of tropical drink and you start drinking it and you're like, wow, this is really, really good. But then it all disappears and it gets to the bottom where you only have that little bit left, and then someone poured a bunch of water in it, and then you just have this watered down flavor. That's what it tastes like. But I can see how it has an appeal to some people if you are looking for a lighter drink, if you are looking for something maybe closer to light and refreshing. But the thing is, the whole thing isn't light and refreshing. And I did notice on the can they are calling it sparkling tropical thrill, so maybe they're trying to go with a more sparkling energy kind of flavor, maybe a little bit closer towards like a Celsius kind of drink, since Celsius is the third largest energy drink company in the world now, growing fast. And rather than giving you the natural flavor that is a little earthy crunchy granola from Celsius, they're giving you a nice flavor, but then it just goes away way too quick. So where's it going to be going on the Caffeine Man rating chart? Caffeine Man rating chart based on flavor alone. Sometimes I take light and refreshing into consideration if they're giving you a solid flavor but not punching you with too much flavor, trying to make it light and refreshing. They could be trying to make it light and refreshing, but I don't think they're succeeding at it. It's just going from powerful to not so great really quick. So it's definitely not going to get a bad score, but I can't see it getting that great of a score because the flavor just goes away. I'm going to give this a 7.8. Still not a terrible score, but with all those tropicals up there, that is a massive list. It does show up to be in that kind of lower area. So if you're someone who likes the lighter drinks, you can definitely try this one out. But in my opinion, there's a lot of tropicals out there that might be a better fit for you. Let's go ahead and try out that peach. And here is that son of a peach. Wanted to zoom in on that a little bit. Like I said, they did change the cans several times. On that tropical one, you had a black line kind of crossing through it. And maybe it was meant to be like a piece of tape. I think so. And it covered up that secondary word. On this son of a peach, it is duct taped on there. It is a little bit more duct tapey. It is a little bit more gray than black. You can clearly see that it's duct tape, but there is not, I repeat, there is not an extra word underneath the word lucky. So maybe they're going away from it altogether. And this graphic actually has, as you can see here and here, it's almost like they have the front on two sides, which is very odd. And they have made the nutrition facts panel a lot smaller. So they've definitely changed a lot about this drink. Let's take a look. Rather than just me put up a picture, let's put a comparison next to each other. So you can see how different those nutrition facts panel are. On this nutrition facts panel, I thought that the other one was small because it didn't list any of the vitamins on there, besides the vitamin D, the calcium and such. But they took those off altogether because obviously they were all 0%, so they didn't put them on there. But this thing has no vitamins in it. So it's very odd to have an energy drink that doesn't have any vitamins in it, like whatsoever. So I was like, well, what are you giving me? But they are still giving you the beta-alanine. They are still giving you the maca root. But I don't know which can was first at this point. I would take the time to research it more, except for the fact that I don't want to. So yeah, they've changed their cans numerous times. They've changed the ingredients on there. It has no B vitamins in there, and the flavor is a bit lacking on the tropical. Let's see how the flavor is on the peach. Son of a peach. clear color. And with that clear color, it makes me think that maybe the peach is newer. They wanted to get away from the beta carotene and stuff for color. I'm unsure. I'm not. Let's forget about it. Just taste it out, Caffeine Man. Shut up already. Taste it out. From the can. Carbonation, you're getting a medium to high carbonation, a little bit closer to medium. For your sweetness, you're getting a medium sweetness out of here. It does seem a little bit lighter than the tropical. And for your flavor profile, you're also getting a medium flavor profile. And definitely with those two flavors, definitely not a fan. They are going too light, and I'm not really getting the light and refreshing flavor out of there. The peach definitely isn't giving me enough peach. It might be trying to go more towards a natural peach, and I can see that from these two cans that they might be trying to go the way of Celsius, but they really aren't giving you enough flavor. Even with Celsius, they give you the natural flavors, but they give you a little too much of the natural flavor without enough sweetness. This is giving you not enough natural peach flavor without enough sweetness as well. And the flavor profile is just a little bit too light and a little bit too watered down, but definitely not your typical energy drinks that hit you with a bit more flavor, that hit you with a bit more sweetness, and hit you with just a little bit more everything. Definitely tastes to me like a watered down peach flavor. So where's it going to be going on the Caffeine Man rating chart? Once again, I picked two flavors that I typically enjoy, and because I typically enjoy them, you get a really big Caffeine Man rating chart there. This is going to be getting a 6.8 because it's really not that great. They're really not giving you enough flavor. It really just tastes like a watered down energy drink, and overall, it seems like these probably just became popular because they were on TikTok, and maybe they just had all their friends and family go on TikTok and do reviews, or paid people to do reviews or something. I'm not sure. I can't really speculate on what happened, but I don't know why they've become as popular as they've become, if they are even popular. I know I've gotten several requests for reviews, but hey, you know what? You guys want to know what Caffeine Man thinks? I'm letting you know what I think. I think they're a little bit too light, and I think they're too light to be called light and refreshing because they're not very refreshing because there's not much flavor to them. This one's getting a 6.8. So many better peaches out there than that drink. If by chance you are looking to pick these up, you can check them out on Energy Drink City and try them out for yourself to see if Caffeine Man is full of crap or not. He gave it such a bad score. I need to taste this drink. There are some people that like to torture themselves like that. And save 10% at Energy Drink City using coupon code Caffeine Man. If you actually do want to know about a lot of great drinks, you can check out that playlist right there. It's my top 10, top 20 playlist. And if you want to know about some of my bad drinks, there are also a worst energy drink list there because even though it's top 10 and top 20, it's also the top 10 worst drinks. Or was it 7? Whatever the case, there are some bad ones in there. So check that out. I'll put a video there that YouTube thinks you're gonna like. Algorithms can be pretty smart. Thank you so much for joining me, and until next time, have yourself a great day or night.